I feel like I gotta watch the questions I ask. Fuck when I turn around missing 3 days later.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
We'll probably walk across and come back down.
Yeah, just because there's mad construction going on right there.
Oh, okay. But yeah, today we walking, man. We got Jumpman J, aka Jason, with the Honduran last name.
Yeah, Lacayo's my last name.
Lacayos, man. I was just drawn to social media for his inspiring, clips, and I didn't even know he was a police officer.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, man. I've been doing it for 19 years.
What?
Yeah, and July 11th makes 19 years, man.
Wow.
I got one foot out the door, bro.
Damn. Yeah, how much longer do you have then? 19 years.
So you have to give them 20, right?
Uh-huh.
So next year I could leave July 11th of 2025.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Dang, so you must have joined like right out of high school almost, damn.
I was 22 when I got hired.
22.
Yeah, I just turned 42.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
This guy is out of control.
Yeah.
Wow. When do you decide to start doing like social media, like go heavy on it?
Honestly, like 2013, man.
Wow.
I kind of went hard with it, and then it was basically like just fitness and sneaker based. And then as I started to progress, I moved over towards the mental health side.
When you started like creating content for social media, did you have any problems with like the police force?
No, you know what's crazy is that I never ran into anything, bro. When I got hired in 2005, social media wasn't really a thing, right? So I came up here in 2007.
Yeah.
And then social media started to evolve like around 2013, 2014.
Right.
I was knee deep in the game already. So nobody's ever really bothered me, man. I've been an extra in movies. I was on Netflix. I was on Dating Around season 1, episode 2.
Oh wow.
So I've done a few things, man. I did
Oh, so you're not really just like a motivational speaker. You're just like a content, like wherever I could get it, I could get it.
wherever I can put out content, I just put it out. Man.
Yeah, Tim, we're gonna cross and go back and go that way.
I'm a man of many hats. I'm a
Polymath, all right?
jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah. Let's talk about the police department, man. I watched a couple of your interviews, trying to just study up on you.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the questions that were being asked was like when you first joined the force, like the hate you would get and stuff, or hate you get now. I mean, I get it. I feel like in today's day and age, that it's like when you go back to like your neighborhood, people will be more proud than like not fuck with you. I feel like.
Yo. You know what's crazy is I've gotten a lot of support here, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, police culture is a little bit toxic. It's like being in a frat. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So initially, I was always preaching wellness. You know what I'm saying? Move your body, honor your gifts, those type of things. But like I said, I'm an OG. So originally when I got on, they didn't really preach that. It was kind of like beat your body up until you can't go no more.
Yeah.
So now with the way that social media has influenced like culture, there's mad young guys on my job, and I get a lot of love from those guys. And even some of the older dudes, dudes that are in my age group that are still, in the mix.
Yeah.
They show a lot of love and support.
Being a police officer for so long, you definitely see some things that probably, have an everlasting image in your head,
Oh yeah.
negative.
Yeah.
How do you take care of your mental health when you come across that type of things? Because that could be traumatizing, bro.
Honestly, man, I make sure that I pour into myself, man. Like I got a small circle. I try to wake up and do the same thing every day. I'm a person who preaches habit and routine.
Uh-huh.
So prayer, meditation, and movement. And then if it gets real bad, I got a therapist, man.
Right.
I like to let people know, especially being a person of color, it's like frowned upon. But if there's some things that we all got to work through. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't take the time to address those things, they're only going to compound and get worse as we get older. So if you're taking the time to kind of unpack those things, that'll only help you further down the line.
I like that. So basically, communication. You talk to somebody, you got to let it out.
Yeah, you have to, bro. Just because, especially as men, you know what I'm saying? Like, either you got to surround yourself with other like-minded men, or find yourself a good group of dudes that's gonna call you out on your bullshit, and because a lot of times we just go through the motions every single day, right? You're like, yo, how you doing? People just like, fine. But if you know somebody, you're gonna know their body language. You're gonna know that they're not feeling 100%. So sometimes you got to ask another question or go a little bit further. You know, ask them how their spirit is, or just continue to dig, and then eventually they'll confide in you and tell you something. And maybe that might just be it for them. They might not have to sit down with a therapist.
Right.
For me, I had to go sit with a therapist. I had a loved one tell me like, "Yo, you changed. A job like this will change you. You see the worst. So eventually I sat down and spoke to somebody, and I have a therapist. I've been going for like 6 years.
Wow.
My life's for the better now.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta watch the questions I ask. Fuck, when I turn around missing 3 days later.
Nah.
You trying to get the inside scoop. I'm just trying to, bring a smile. I mean, it's dope. I don't really have conversations with police officers. I try to do the opposite.
I hear you. Yeah, that's the stigma, man. Like, I think I grew up like that. Like, I didn't really have any interactions with police officers. I'm from a family of police officers, right? And that's the only interaction I had. If I was out on the street, a group of cops came, bro, I kept it pushing. Unless they stopped me and told me, hey, listen, X, Y, and Z, I followed directions and I kind of went about my business, Yeah. I grew up in Yonkers, man, so,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I was born in the Bronx, moved to Yonkers when I was like 13. And I never wanted any issues with any kind of police officer. So I kind of like lived my whole life like that, right? I never really got in the way. I kind of tried to stay out of the way,
Yeah. Have you ever been harassed?
Nah, man. Like, honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100, right? If I was ever in like a part of town where I wasn't supposed to be and I was doing something I probably wasn't supposed to do, that is the only time I've had interactions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have never been randomly just been like, hey, you, come here. Yeah. Nah. And that's just being like 100% transparent. Anytime I've ever was stopped, it's because I was either with the wrong group of people, doing the wrong shit, and I was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously, sometimes you get stopped. Like, this is outside of New York. I've been stopped. That shit is a little different if you go down south or you go elsewhere. But for the most part, man, I can't say that I have been harassed.
I hear you. Yeah, without probable cause.
Yeah, I mean, it's like sometimes, right? I'm a person of color, right? So obviously, I'm dressed right now. I look like a regular black dude out here. So, if I go somewhere else and they don't know who I am, am I saying that might not happen? It could happen. Yeah. That's just the nature of the beast that we deal with.
Yeah. Were you always like this, like stoic, like always like, or were you like a Julio with the Tulio?
No, man, I used to be a little knucklehead, bro. Yeah. Like, I had a life-changing experience, man, that kind of humbled me, and I had to right the ship at that point, man, because like any kid, I feel like you got to have a little self-exploration and figure out where you want to go in your life, man. And I had
like 3 of them shits.
Yeah, man. It only took one for me, man. Yeah. Like, so once that happened, I was like, you know what, I got to right the ship and make sure I get on course, man, because I'm from Yonkers, man. Like, a lot of my friends either passed away to gun violence or drugs or are incarcerated. Right. So once I started to see that, I said that wasn't for me, man. I wasn't in the business of, creating any grief for my family, man. So,
yeah, is that what was happening? Like, you just started seeing the people, the close ones around you, just started losing friends
man. I had a bunch of friends that got locked up. I had a friend of mine who was murdered, you know what I'm saying? And, that's a reality check when you see somebody every single day and then you wake up and then he's no longer here and you can't have those conversations with him. So once you realize, like, yo, like, this shit is real. You could get killed out here, There's a price to playing this kind of role, right? If you want to be a street guy, there's rules that come with it. And if you're not willing to abide by those rules, you may end up losing your life. Yep. So this is something that you got to consider when you're out here moving like that. Right.
Were you always interested in being a police officer at a young age, or is it like something like I need a job with benefits?
No. So what happened with me was I was super involved in like music, and on that forefront, I'm a big like hip hop guy. I used to produce music, and I used to work with a few dudes, and it just got to a point where I was getting to an age where I don't know, man. Like, my dad was a big proponent of that. Like, yo, you 21, like, what you doing with your life? I'm like, damn, bro, like, you're right, I gotta figure out something. So the whole music stuff wasn't working. That's not for everybody. Not everybody's a rapper, not everybody's a producer, so it is what it is. Yeah. What's good, fellas? So for me, I had to figure out a plan. So the plan was take any kind of civil service test, and when they call, I go. And that's what happened to me. I was going to join the military, man.
Yeah.
But at the time, 9/11 had just kicked off.
Damn.
So everybody that I knew was getting deployed to like Mosul or Ramadi.
Wow.
They was really getting after it. So I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm ready for that right now. So I said, let me just take a few more tests. And if somebody calls me, I gave myself a deadline. And NYPD called me, so I ended up taking the job. The rest is history. I'm here.
We're gonna get back to that. I want to say I joined the Air Force when I turned 19, and I dropped the fuck out.
Yeah, it's not for
basic
everybody.
training,
It's not easy,
so
bro.
I didn't even make it through. And the thing is, I was like acting up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, thank God I had the complexion for protection, or else I might have been still locked up to this day, bro. Like, I was so bad that my parents shipped me out to Seattle, Washington to move me out with my grandparents.
Are you from out here?
I grew up and born and raised in Rye.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, and then I went straight from my grandma's house right to Texas to basic training.
Oh man.
And it reminded me of like the first episode of Fresh Prince when Will Smith goes to the private school and he flips his jacket inside out to be unique. That was me in the Air Force. And like, nah, you got to go, bro. I was like, yeah, why everybody wanna? Yeah, go left.
My brother was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
He was in Langley.
Yeah.
Basic, yeah. So that was like my route, bro. Like I was gonna go to the military, but like I said, shit kicked off. So by the grace of God, civil service test came up and it was like, yo, you want the job? And I took it, man. I was a young buck, man, 22 years old, bro.
How hard was it when you first got on the force?
It's more mental than anything, man. It was just they try to break you down. Obviously, you went to boot camp, you know what I'm saying? It's just the same premise, break you down. So, you go there and they try to tear you apart, bro, and then you just got to figure out who you are and what you doing this for.
Yeah, but once you like started being like in the field though, was that like the adjustment from being, or were you
that
like?
Shit is wild, bro, because I always say real recognizes real, right? So if you go out there, I always say you got to treat everybody with respect. Like lead with respect, and everything else kind of follow. If you start disrespectful, because sometimes just you wearing a uniform to the average person that lives in these neighborhoods or whatever. Just like you said, like, I don't want any issues with the cops. So either they're going to be super defensive and they're going to act a certain way, or if you leave with respect, man, they'd be like, all right, man, I get what you're saying.
Right.
Now, you're not going to win that battle every single time, but I say like 8 out of 10 times, if you leave with respect, it ends in a good light.
That's dope. Do you feel like officers hold each other accountable when they go against the rules, or is that they got that? I mean, I've seen the documentary, Crime and Justice. They're like, yo, listen, we said so, we got kicked out, we got fired, and all that.
You know what's
shit.
crazy with police reform? There's a law now. What's good, Jay? With police reform now, there's a rule where you got to intervene.
Word.
Yeah, so they shed light on those things, man. Like, so if something's going on, you are held accountable. If your counterpart is acting in a nefarious manner, and you don't do anything, everybody that's there is held accountable.
That's what happened with George Floyd, bro. Even the Asian dude, bro, not Ting Tao.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, right? So they literally took that shit to heart.
That's good. That's literally good.
Yeah, it's changed, bro. Like policing is a lot different now.
I feel like this is like the good change because like
change.
Because when I look at like baseball and all these rules, you can't block the plate. Like why are they making all these rules?
Yeah.
Like football. Like, what do you mean you can't tackle below the legs? This is football. But like these are like the good rules.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
So that's the name of the game.
So when you first started, for years, like, at least for the first like 10 years, weed was illegal.
Yeah.
When you how first of all, did you always feel like that was a correct law? Like, do you feel like that was kind of a fucked up thing?
I mean, damn. If you compare the incidence between alcohol and marijuana, it's like non-existent when it comes to marijuana, right? Yeah. The worst you're gonna do is, get hungry and eat some shit that you're probably not supposed to eat, right? But I've never seen anybody total a car or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was always
like, wife.
Yeah, like I was always like, I didn't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing now was like, now that it's legal, you smell it everywhere.
Yeah.
And for me, if you want to do that, that's cool. I won't bother you. But like, I feel like when kids see it, it's a little bit of an issue because how do you justify to your child, like, yo, you know, it's not good to smoke marijuana, but then everywhere you go, it's just everybody's, you know, lighting it up.
Right.
So, I mean, to each his own. I don't knock anybody. I'm a free-spirited person. If that's what you need to do to keep yourself leveled, by all means, you can partake in that. For me, it's not something that I indulge in, but.
Are police officers allowed to smoke?
No, man, it's a federally regulated drug. So when that came out, there was already an order put out like, yeah, you can't partake in the devil's lettuce. You know
the hippie cabbage. Word, okay. What other side hustles do you have when you're off the clock then?
I'm very big in the fitness space. So like I got a lot of that, man. I was a part of a company that helped get potential recruits get ready to become police officers. So, you know, giving people programs to pass the Cooper test to get on the job. We were doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I do that, man.
I feel like you went the hardest during the pandemic.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you were going crazy. You had like 4 different platforms. You was on.
Yeah, bro. I was moving, man, because I wanted to keep myself busy. You know, that was a rough time for us, man. You know, and us, I mean, as a society, you know, we were locked up in the house, right? And people didn't have outlets. So it did one or two things. It either made people better or it broke people. What's up, man? Chris, what's good? So what I did was I just put my energy into something positive, and I tried to make, you know, something positive out of a whole negative situation, and it worked in my favor, man. So.
When would you say you started doing is that who you are? Like what are you doing when the cameras are off, man? Like you chilling, like because I feel like you're just like an positive person. Like you have a great head on your shoulders, but that's got to be exhausting.
Nah, man. So it is, man. So I don't wake up every day with this energy like, oh man, I love the world, bro. I got to make a conscious decision to wake up and right my energy, bro. Like so, you know, when I wake up, I got to balance myself, man. Want to go right or?
I have no idea.
Yeah, let's go right.
All right.
You know, when I wake up, I like to do a few things to kind of balance my energy. Then I go out into the world because sometimes I wake up on yo, fuck this.
Yeah.
Shout car is coming. So I got to make sure that my energy is right, bro, because you never know, man. You may interact with somebody and they may be having a worse day than you, and you might say something to them that may encourage them and change the trajectory of their day, or you can say some shit that might ruin their day. So you got to be aware of that. So I think a lot of people think like, oh, you always wake up like that? I'm like, nah, never, man. Like I literally got to wake up. I have bad days, bro.
Right.
Just like anybody else, I'm human, man. I'm a fallible creature. Now I just got to make sure that my energy is right before I walk out and interact with the universe.
Right. How long ago were you on Netflix?
So it was filmed in 2018, and then we shot the joint. It aired in 2019.
Okay, so it's on Netflix still?
Yeah, it's still up there. You can go check that out.
I gotta get that clip.
That's how I got a majority of my following, bro, to be quite honest. Like when that came out, I guess when people see you on TV, they think you're somebody important.
Right.
And then so I literally went from like nothing to like overnight. My Instagram blew up, you know, so.
Oh, hold on, I got something in my shoe. I got a piece of wood, hold on. Tippy, get the shoes real quick. Because by the way, shout out to Posh VIP, buy your tickets through their website. Also, shout out to BTTG Sneakers, my boy Derek Vincent, and I gotta dump these out because I got something in here. It's crazy. That shit was picking my toe. Oh, God. Yeah, bro, as you can see, I'm not really into fashion. I just be throwing on whatever. But I'm trying to get into it, man. I'm just trying to become more of I've been behind the scenes. Like I've been taking it on and off. Like I used to want to be a personality. I went to Buffalo State before I went to the Air Force for broadcast journalism for a year. And I was doing the sports show. I was writing for the newspaper.
All right.
Then like 2014, 2000.
Something to my guy real quick.
Yeah.
Right. What's good, brother? I feel good to see you.
Then like 2014, I started doing my own podcast. And then I started working with Charlemagne.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. How did you come across working with Charlemagne? That's what's up, man.
Yeah, word.
He's like the podcast guru, bro.
2018.
He's the OG.
It's a fact. 2018, he dropped his book, Black Privilege.
Okay.
And he did a book signing tour, and I was working at Costco at the time, but I had this nice little Canon camera.
Yeah.
And I pulled up to all of his book signings with my camera and did a recap for him. Like I was going to Virginia, Maryland, all the cities, calling out of work. And I was filming a recap for him.
Yeah.
We'll go home, edit it, and send it to him like 6 o'clock in the morning, and he would post it. And then he was like, yeah, bro, yeah, you mad consistent. I need you part of the team. And I was going up to Brilliant Idiots, doing behind the scenes for them, doing his vlogs. And that's how I got in the loop with him. Then from that, I was getting picked up by everybody in iHeart. Angie Martinez, DJ Sus One. I'm shooting Powerhouse concerts.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. You bet on yourself, man.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. I think young cats need to hear that, especially in this content creation generation. Like, I feel like a lot of kids don't have a lot of belief in themselves.
Really?
So when they hear somebody with a story like yours, like, listen, I took off of work, I did X, Y, and Z.
OD.
And then next thing you know, it paid off. You got to do something where you put yourself out there. Some people are scared to take that risk to put themselves out there.
Right.
So you made that leap of faith and it worked out in your favor.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are embarrassed by the hustle or something.
Yeah, you know why? Because
But they don't want to do it because somebody else is doing it. Like,
social media also is a place where it looks like everybody has a success story. So when you see somebody that like is already at the top, like you may start following somebody and they got X amount of followers and you think they just started there, but they don't see the behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the shit that you were doing that nobody else saw, now you let the world know, like, yo, listen, man, out of my own pocket, I was paying to do X, Y, and Z. And there was some downtimes, but I made it through that shit and now here I am.
Yeah.
So, there's success story, bro. A lot of people need to hear that story.
Word. Appreciate that.
No doubt.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing. I've been behind the scenes from that because, I started working with Charlemagne. Then I took that expertise and that knowledge that I brought up there. And after the pandemic, I started with my own network, Polymaf. And when I was just bringing that knowledge and helping other people get their podcast started, like people that had no knowledge, no equipment, And I was like, yeah, I can help you cut clips and make sure your stuff gets on all streaming platforms. And then I'm still doing that. And I'm also becoming more of a talent myself, doing these walk and talks and daily vlogs and just making sure I'm cutting clips and staying consistent on social media so I can stay on people's radar. Because once you stay in people's faces, that's what builds like celebrity.
That's the name of the game, bro. You gotta content, man. We are in the what have you done for me lately generation. So
yeah,
if you're not producing, what are you doing?
Woo. Do you have a content strategy or do you just be posting? Or do you just post whenever?
I just post whenever, man.
Okay.
Like I got way too much shit to be worrying about.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that authenticity has helped me. And now it's getting to the point where they got these apps where you have scheduled shit that you can release, but I just kind of, I kind of just do my thing, and it's been working.
Right.
And I think like me just connecting with people and people wanting to reach out and like sit down and have conversations with me, that has kept me super relevant.
Right.
I've been in rooms with great people.
Yeah.
Because like someone connected me with somebody, and the next we're having great conversations.
Right.
Want to head down this way?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I see. Did you just open? Is that studio that you opened up yours?
No, it's my boy Elias's, man. He runs Soyo Creative. I am literally just the talent.
Okay.
That was a connection that was made from a guy that I used to work with. He was like, I think you should connect with my boy. Shout out to Vincent Maselli, who was part owner of HPLT and the Body Blueprint in Pelham. He was the one that lined that up, and then that's how I came to be in that podcast space. I've been podcasting since like 2018.
Okay.
And I was part of a podcast like crew. And then it was a 3-man pod that was fitness based. It was about like brown guys in the CrossFit space, and we had a lot of traction. We did, interviews with like Styles P as my peoples. He came through and did one,
right.
And a few other people in the fitness space as well.
Yeah, you had the boxer on, or
say again?
You had a boxer on, or was that another podcast in the studio? I was on the studio page. I saw. I think I saw.
Oh yeah, that definitely wasn't me. I didn't have no boxing.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I've been moving, and I got to a space where, kind of like similar to yourself, I said I wanted to bet on myself. So I said, yo, fuck it, let's jump in and do my own podcast, and that's where I'm at right now, man.
Is that, you feel like that's gonna be, because you only said you will only have a few years left in the police department, so you feel like you're gonna.
My next career venture will be something I enjoy doing, man. I want to be able to wake up and have my own schedule. You know what I'm saying, and not be tied down. One of the worst feelings in the world is like having to ask somebody for a day off, bro.
Yeah.
And them having the control to be like, nah, you got to come in this day. You know what I'm saying? So, I think my next career endeavor will be something that I control, and just from doing my own due diligence, I know that being an entrepreneur is not easy, but I feel like it's so easy to make money now, bro. Like, there's so many streams of income you can come up with.
Yeah, once you get qualified, you guys gotta put that work in.
I feel like a lot of dudes, like, remember back in the day, college, you gotta get a degree, you gotta get a degree. You don't even need that no more, bro. If you have some ambition, some drive, and a solid team around you, you can get a lot of shit done, bro. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking to do, bro. I'm looking to kind of be like in business for myself and just, do my thing, man.
You have a team now, or is that something you have to work on?
I'm working on that, man.
Yeah.
But shout out to my boy Elias Jelpy from Soyo Creative, man. He bet on me, and that shit's been working out. I bought my own equipment, you know what I'm saying? So I had all my audio stuff. So I had the lavalier mics, the Rodecaster. I bought some Shure 7 SMB mics. So I bet on myself. Nice. I went top of the line with everything.
Right.
And, that's how the package was presented. And I said, listen, you got the visual stuff. I have all the audio stuff.
Perfect.
So let's connect and make something happen. And, that's what we did, man. So that's where we at.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to assemble my little Avengers. My team is...
I feel like you got to do that, man, because I'm one of those dudes, I can't do the back end stuff. I can do the sit down and chop it up, but the whole I got to put it out on this platform. I got to load it up to Anchor that sends it out to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. I can't do all of that. So you need somebody who's savvy in that space. They can do all of that. So you can just sit there and just be who you are.
Right.
I'm not the one-stop shop, bro.
And it's dope because you have a great job that you could invest into yourself with.
Bro, I made some good financial decisions at a young age.
Yeah.
To create a space where I have some freedom to do certain things. So that's why I have the flexibility to do what I do. But like I said, I'm coming to the tail end of that career, and I want to be able to do something that really fills my cup. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I bet this is what we got on the schedule today.
Dope.
And I feel like I wouldn't want to jump into something where I have to wear a suit every day or I got to be on somebody else's flag. I literally want to make my own schedule.
I want to make money while I'm at home, while I'm on vacation.
It's the name of the game, bro. Passive income, bro. Yeah, you look at your account, you got bread in there.
Yeah, coming in. And they say that police officers should, be policing the communities where they know the folks.
Yeah. So that'd be I couldn't have done it, man, because I'm from Yonkers, man, and I grew up with a lot of interesting characters, man. That's why I took the job out here, or New York City.
Interesting characters is hilarious.
Just because I don't want to run across somebody that I used to do dumb shit with, and I have to put bracelets on.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So
the silver bracelets.
I made a conscious decision to be like, you know what? I don't want that type of energy in my life.
Yeah.
So I just packed my shit up and came this way. You want to double back that way?
We'll go this way?
Yeah,
go around?
Yeah.
If something happens, let's say we saw somebody fighting right now, are you obligated to hop in?
Nope. Nope. Let me tell you something right now, bro. When you do shit like that, that's how you end up on a wall with a plaque with your name on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't directly affect me, you are obligated by law if a felony happens or something.
Right.
You might have to intervene, but I never heard anything good happening from somebody jumping into some shit like that.
Off-duty officer just hopped in. We don't even know what you are, especially, we got to...
It can happen, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
I try to leave no room for error.
I don't know. I just feel like some cops be having their whole mentality is I'm a superhero. I'm this guy, bro.
You can't have that, bro. At the end of the day, you're still human. And when you take off that uniform, you're just a regular human being, bro. You have no special privileges. And I feel like it's even worse, bro, when you have this job because you're held to a higher standard, bro.
Oh, dude.
You could get in trouble for some shit that somebody else will get away with because you're held to a higher standard. You're a public servant. So as a public servant, you have to be the example, right? So if you get involved in some dumb shit, they're gonna be like, all right, well, we got to make an example of this guy.
Yeah, bro. So, OD, make an example. Because they let you slide, everybody gotta start doing it.
So they gotta hold you held to a higher standard. So I don't play them games, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't make it 19 years. I sticking my nose in other people's business and doing stupid shit. So
right.
Literally mind my business.
What's some shit that you seen someone get the boot for? Like some shit that somebody did that's foul in the force?
There was a dude I used to work with in the city. He's in federal prison right now. I guess he had some, friendships with some not so nice fellas in the drug game, and he was accused of giving them information.
Oh wow!
So my man's sitting in prison for that.
Damn.
Shit like that, bro. There's bad apples in every batch, bro.
Yeah, I get it. Damn. Yeah, I just keep on thinking of the clip from from straight out of Compton when they were getting arrested outside the record label, and Ice Cube was looking at the black cop. You too, sucker. Like, damn.
Yeah,
but
you get some of that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of dudes, just like. I feel like it's not like that now, man. Back in the day, you might get into some shit like that. I feel like now, there's so much color and there's so much, like, shit like that don't happen no more, bro. Policing is so different, bro.
I feel like it might be some of the older cops be like that. Like when I was in the Air Force, these guys, you could see them like institutionalized, but like they were just like on Hut 2, 3, 4, 24. That
regime is gone, bro. Like this dude's, like, I'm considered an old guy on my job. I'm the old guy. This dude's just like 22, 23, 24. They're young, man. So that type of shit don't happen no more.
Right. I mean, I want to say, it's important to keep up with fitness, obviously, but damn, I see some cops that are like overweight. Like, bro, like when I'm in the subways and shit, I see some cops like, bro, there's no way.
That's with anything, bro. I feel like I
saw a little guy cop. Man, what's going on? Man, they just hire anybody now.
I feel like nobody wants this job anymore, bro. It's not like it used to be where, you know, you had to be on a waiting list and you were calling like, hey, you guys considering me? And they're like, yo, go sit in the back, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like now, especially with the way social media has depicted policing, nobody wants this job, and I don't blame anybody. Like if you're a 21-year-old kid who just graduated college and you can work at home and live anywhere in the United States of America, would you want to do this?
Right.
Get disrespected by people and
I mean, not out here, not with all these opportunities out there. Maybe in the Midwest or some shit.
Now the way people could live. Why would you want to come somewhere where you're like, you had to be locked in here for like 22 years?
Yeah.
When I can live in Austin and like work in my fucking pajamas in my living room, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel like doing something for like the civil service, whether it be a police officer, firefighter, even a mailman or a garbage man, they wait until it's like we exercise all of our options. Fuck it, let me just settle down for one of these town jobs, city jobs.
It's a great job. You make money, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to be a millionaire? Probably not. You got to make some savvy financial decisions, you know? Maybe dabble in some other shit outside of work, but
investing in some stocks.
You got to do something, man. Make sure you got a financial advisor. You know?
Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Do you have anything like that? Are you indulging in the stock market at all?
I got some investments, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to really, let out my portfolio.
Nah, shit. I need some advice too. I'm trying to get picking people's brains where I can put my money somewhere too. I need my shit to make money for me.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's Roth IRAs, there's CDs. You know,
Roth IRAs.
Yeah, you can get a 401k through your bank or through your job. Completely up to you. Usually, if you do it through your job, it's pre-tax, so you get a little bit more bang for your buck. But you got to have something. You have to have something in place to aid your retirement, right? So you do 20 years. In a system like this, you get a pension, but then you're going to need some additional shit, you know, in case you wanted to make some investments in some real estate or something like that. So if you wanted to get into like Airbnbs or have a rental property, you got to have that bread for that, right? So you need it. Where are you going to get that from? You can save the money cash, or you can have an account where they take out X amount of dollars per check. If you know, you got a nice penny in there. You make an investment. You buy a rental property or several if you have it like that.
Right. 401k talk.
There you go, bro.
Let's go this way, Tim.
Financial literacy, man. I think that's something that brown people really need to, because we're not taught that, you know what I'm saying?
We're not.
We're taught to put the money in the shoebox.
I didn't realize you were so old.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people don't think so.
I thought you were
aged
like
well.
30. Well, I'm 30. I don't even think I'm that old. I'm old too. I'm 32.
Oh, that's young, bro.
Word.
That's young in life. Super young in life.
Still trying to figure it out like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you headed in the right direction because you know what you're doing, man. Mr. Goodman, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's happening?
How you feeling, my man?
Hey, how are you?
Chilling, my brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, so, you're doing something. A lot of people are just sitting on their hands doing nothing. So as long as you in the mix and you're doing shit, something's going to come your way.
I feel like I'm still putting the dots and I'm trying to connect them.
32 is relatively young, bro. A lot of people don't have it figured out.
My dad at 32 had 2 kids.
But that's what I'm saying. That generation,
true,
they were doing shit super early. Now people having kids later. We're living longer.
Shit's more expensive.
Shit's more expensive, yeah. So you got to have your shit together. So like you just, even in this space where you're creating your own legacy, bro. Like I think you got to put more emphasis on that, bro. Like you invested in yourself. I think a lot of people. I don't want to say that. Some people take the easy way out is getting like a job where any kind of municipality, right? Like you take the job and then like every 2 weeks you're gonna show up. As long as you're doing the right thing, you're gonna get paid.
Yeah.
So
That was me at Costco. They were like, yo, what percent of your check are you putting into your 401k? I'm like, 0. I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah.
Give me all my shit now.
I got one of my boys was there for 20 years, bro.
Yeah, word.
Like, and he did the deferred comp to 401k situation. He did well for himself. But like, I think a lot of people don't understand what it takes to be an entrepreneur. To be your own boss. There's a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of moving, a lot of shit that you got to do. People don't see it. So.
Yeah. Damn, what the fuck am I gonna ask? It always happens. I always have like a question that's at the tip of my tongue, but I'm listening to you and I forget the question. It has something to do with creating content. It'll come to me.
This shit is a job though, creating content. I will say that.
Yeah, you gotta like it.
I gotta take a whole day, like 6-7 hours, shoot my shit, and have a library, and then slowly disperse. I'm almost at the point where I would rather have somebody just do the shit for me.
What are you up to now, content-wise?
What am I working on right now?
Yeah.
So right now, I'm really pushing the pod, bro, like the podcast.
What's it called?
Rooted Progress. We just rebranded, and
Wait, Rude like this? Wait, Rude?
No, not Rude, like Rooted, like Rooted, like roots.
Rude.
Yeah, Rooted Progress. And it's picking up hella steam right now, bro. Just to kind of give people some insight on, I got a Navy SEAL that's gonna pull up, a retired Navy SEAL. I got a comedian who was from Yonkers, born and raised. Had a Comedy Central special. I'm gonna have a ex-professional athlete play for the Brooklyn Nets. He's gonna come through. Got a few other guests, so it's high caliber guests coming to the show. You know what I'm saying? So.
Filmed at your boy's studio?
Yeah, man. Come through one day, bro.
I would love to be. I need all the content possible too.
Come through one day, man. I mean, we're trying to get as many people in there as possible, bro. So like,
I try to post 3 times a day. I do a walk and talk, I do a vlog, and I do like a clip from an interview.
Okay.
And then sometimes I get some shit in between. I post a picture, but I try to post 3-4 times a day.
Man, we should definitely collab with something, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yonkers is right there, 92 Main Street. Pull up, bro.
Okay. Yeah, when is that? What platform is the 914 Collective / Snack Time Boys?
That's gonna be on YouTube and it's gonna be on Spotify.
That was your podcast?
Yep. I was gracious enough to be able to get all those guys in one room,
right,
and make something happen, man. So
I fucking remembered what I was gonna ask you.
What was it?
I love when it happens. What is your take on legacy? Like, how do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered by the younger generation, or?
Oh, that's a great question,
when you're gone. Like,
honestly,
damn.
I'm in the business of service, right? I want to help people. If I'm able to help somebody improve their life, point them in the right direction, that's what I want to be remembered for. I want to be remembered as a person who helped people. You know what I mean? Like the ultimate act of a human being is to help and inspire others.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want my legacy to be. You know what I mean? I've never not showed up. You know what I'm saying? I've always showed up for the people who mean shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That's the legacy.
That's what I'm trying to focus on now. Like, I'm huge on it. Like, I'm really trying to get like shit renamed after me.
Yeah.
Next summer, I'm working on a Summerfest.
Okay.
Where it's like, it used to be when I was growing up, like there's a park I live next to called Gagliardo Park, and we used to like learn about the history of rye.
Yeah.
And like the old square house where like George Washington slept that one night. We built a garden in the park and stuff. We were taking care of it, and we did that for a week. And then at the end of the week of like this little camp, we had a big festival where the whole city would come through. We'd have like jumping houses, potato sack races, pie eating contests, live music. Fire department would come and spray the hoses up and down.
Oh, shit, that's dope.
And that's what I'm trying to do. And it's the park where I grew up at. Like literally my house has the view of the park.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to low-key get it renamed because, you know what I mean? It's about that time. And it's almost goddamn abandoned. Like the basketball court has potholes in it. So I'm really trying to bring awareness to the park so we could rebuild it.
Copy that.
And when I talk about legacy, like that's how I want my name, like shit set in stone somewhere.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Hey,
All right, I see you. Chilling.
It's a beautiful thing, man, giving back to the place that you're from. I did something like that with talking to at-risk youth in Yonkers, man. Like I feel like what better place than to do it in a city that I grew up in, and I was literally in the same position that those kids were.
Word.
So, I sat down there, had a conversation with a few dudes, told them about some life experiences that I had that changed the way I look at life and how I wanted to live my life. And, hopefully it resonated with some of those kids. But there's, I coach football too, bro. So there's
That's
a couple
dope.
kids that I used to coach
you lit.
that are cops now, bro. And I'm like, they're like, yo, you made that shit look cool. You made that shit look tangible.
Right.
So,
That's good. Yeah, I'm big on that, man. I want to be remembered. I want people to I just don't want to be forgotten. Like, that's the whole point of life, I feel like.
Yeah, you gotta leave your legacy, bro.
Bro, what did you accomplish here? Like, people go talk about all the money they made.
Yeah, money don't mean nothing if nobody
bro.
remembers the good that you did while you were here, bro.
They'd probably be alone.
People will always remember how you made them feel, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing else. You can't take that money with you when you go.
No. But I'm still gonna try to make a couple dollars. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, money makes life easier, man, but it does create more problems. So.
Okay. Yeah.
More money, more problems. If my man B.I. said.
How did you learn how to really use all your equipment and stuff?
Yo, self-taught, bro. There was a kid that I used to work with. He kind of schooled me the game. I'm always the dude that I'm a super humble person. I ask questions. I ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to give me information, I'm gonna absorb that information and I'm gonna use it.
Right.
And I always pay it forward, right? I'll do something for the person who helped me out. And that's what I did, bro.
Yeah.
Took some money that I had, bought some equipment, and that's how I came to be who I am right now in the content space.
Yeah. Word. That's dope though. So you're just like you're kind of like a regular guy that's kind of low key just gifted.
Yeah, bro.
Gifted in a way we could talk.
Life is about relationships, making relationships, bro. If you can make relationships with people and be personable and be relatable, I swear to God, that shit goes super far. Where you can ask somebody for a favor and they'll be like, all right, bet I got you. Not like, I don't know. If you just if you're authentic,
yeah,
I feel like people really are receptive to that. And they'll be like, all right, bet I got you. What you need, X, Y, and Z, got you. And then you just kind of return the favor. It's all about building relationships and being a stand-up dude. If you're a stand-up dude and you build good relationships with good human beings, I promise you that energy comes back to you tenfold.
Word. Yeah, Tim, we go bring it back to the cantina.
Okay.
What time? How long we been rolling? Tim, how long we been rolling?
50 minutes.
50, nice.
Shit.
You about to get active.
I'm gonna be like,
Are you still trying to get like promotions and stuff in the force, or are you?
yeah, man. I got one more accolade I need to accomplish before I retire, and that's on the back burner. It's coming.
What do you got to do?
I want to get promoted to detective.
Oh,
I never wanted to be no supervisor, but like I always thought Detective Lacayo had a nice ring to it. So I was trying to be like Mike Lowry.
Yeah.
Bad boys and shit.
Yeah. Be out after a big bust with the thing around your neck.
Yeah, that's the last thing I got left. Man. So, God willing, by the grace of God, I'll get that.
Word. I've always wondered what detectives do in these cities where there's nothing like, or I don't know who the detective in Rye is now, but I know he don't do shit. Ain't nothing going on in Rye to investigate, unless they're talking about neighbors' dogs barking. They gotta investigate the dogs and shit. But other than that, there's not like we've been had a stakeout for this guy for 3 months.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like,
or maybe I'm wrong. Imagine.
certain places, there's certain things that you don't think that will have to be investigated.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. I just realized. Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah. Sometimes there might be some illegal activity. Because think about it, right? If something's gonna happen, why would you do it in a place that has mad shit going on? I'd rather go to a smaller city, do some dumb shit, and where you think the police department doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of have your little operation there. So at the end of the day,
Yeah, never mind.
they got to do their work too. They got to do their due diligence to figure out who's out there doing the dumb shit.
How do you feel about gun laws and stuff?
Yo, Westchester's probably one of the strictest places when it comes to gun law.
Really?
So I feel like we leave that shit for the South, man. I think up here,
People don't know how to act.
they don't have it. Yeah, they don't have the reverence that people have outside of the tri-state area. Like you go down south, everybody has a gun, and it's like open carry in some places.
Yeah.
So the reverence for a gun is a little bit more like, oh shit, like everybody got. So the talking is not like people here say crazy shit to one another. I feel like when you're from a place where
it's respecting themselves, bro.
Yeah, the average person might have the hammer on them. They're gonna be like, yo, I probably shouldn't say X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good point. I mean, I feel like that it's good that it's strict. I mean, people will still get them anyway, so. I don't even
Yeah, I
matter
mean,
at this point.
it's illegal. People won't get their hands on it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not attainable. I would say that it's illegal. Doesn't mean it's not attainable.
Word. So you got the new pods coming out,
Rooted progress.
Rooted Progress.
Yeah.
What other big things you got coming out? What else you got working
I'm
on?
trying to get back on TV. I got some shit cooking. I don't want to I got approached by like 2 projects. I can't really speak on it because they got some, some NDAs that go with that. So, y'all might see me on TV very soon.
That's dope.
You know, I was on Live PD in February.
As a cop or as a?
Yeah, as a cop. Yeah.
I don't know. You could have been acting.
No. As a cop, basically, like you're an analyst. Like you know how like ESPN has like a Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. They go back to the headquarters or whatever. Yeah.
So I basically was doing that on Live PD.
That's dope. Yeah, you probably be a good cop as an actor too. Shit.
I've
SWAT with Shamar Moore.
I've been an extra in like the Equalizer, NCIS, and things like that. So I'm part of the Actors Guild. So
okay, dope.
In
yeah,
2005, I was in Pride and Glory.
Oh,
when
wow.
you do shit like that as an extra.
That's the swimming movie?
No, it's Colin Farrell's in it. He's like a dirty cop in the movie.
Oh yeah.
So that opening scene where there's like a football game, I was one of the players in that shit. So
wow.
Once you get in the Actors Guild, they'll call you for like anything. So
that's dope.
They know that I used to be in ESU SWAT, so they'd be like, hey, we need a SWAT guy that looks fit. Wear this. So you just stand there. They pay you a couple of bucks a day. And shit adds up.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, we don't have to walk any further. Let the people know where they can find you and all your websites and platforms and stuff.
You can find me on Instagram, The Real Jumpman J, TikTok, The Real Jumpman J as well. Podcast is on all streaming platforms except for Apple Podcasts. We're working on that right now, but it was Behind the Mic. It's being changed right now currently to the Rooted Progress podcast. So if you have time, head over there, check us out, man. We're on YouTube as well, underneath My House Media. All right, so then we can definitely connect, bro. I'm trying to get it.
I use a platform called Red Circle, and you just put the RSS feed in there. I have a membership because I run the network, so I have like 5 podcasts that I have control it with, and you upload it to Red Circle and puts it on Amazon, Spotify, iHeart, and Apple.
All right, so can we like have a conversation about that and see?
Bro, have a meeting, like a legit meeting, sit down somewhere.
All right, bet. Yeah, let me sit down with my boy Elias because he's the guy that I'm partnering up with.
Shit, we do it at his studio. We talk.
Bet. All right, yeah. Are you around within the next like 2 weeks? I know you're a busy dude.
Yeah, let's do something. Not next week, but the week after we'll do something.
All right, perfect.
July
you
type
need
shit.
Mic, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
definitely we'll have a meeting. We'll set something up with me and my boy.
Yeah.
And then get that shit situated.
Yeah. Cool.
Right. We smiling or we thugging it?
I smile, bro.
Right.
God gave me people who can't smile in real life because they got jacked up teeth.
Yo, you got my number? Take my number, bro.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man.
All right, bro.
What you got planned for the rest of the day?
I gotta go to work at 2, bro.
Damn. Till when? You got to do a 12-hour joint?
2 to midnight, 10 hours.
Yeah. Damn. But yeah, I appreciate your time, man.
All right, my brother.
Yes, sir. Where'd you park at, Tim?
Park like that way.
All right, we'll walk this way. Later, Brody, bro.
Good, bro. Nice to meet you, my man. Be
All
safe, yo.
right. Oh, you parked. Oh, I thought that was his truck right there. Or I'm bugging.
Sometimes I get where you stay, but with this lady just
Oh, you can
now,
stop.